So actually, is everyone ready? We could get started. All right, let's do that. So we're just going to do a little bit of a warm up. That the same warm up that we always do. Just to start off with a slow march. Move your body side to side, your upper body side to side. Just getting your upper body a little bit warm as you get your lower body warm. And take that march a little bit wider. And bring it back. This time when you bring it back, bring your knees up higher and move your arms side to side, your opposite arms to knee. And now we're just going to do a rock. Just rock back and forth on your feet, opening your arms really nice and wide. So you're warming up your chest, your shoulders, your upper back. And now roll up on your toes. 5 calf raises. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's just kick our heels out to the front. And now do some kickbacks, warming up our glutes and our hamstrings. And let's do some hip circles. We're going to go 5 in one side, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 5 to the other side, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll our shoulders forward for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and to the back for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to finish our warm-up seated. We're going to warm up our ankles and our feet. So we're going to do circle out for 5. It's about 3, 4, 5, and circle in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do some dorsiflex, which is point and flex, for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So slide towards the front of the chair. You know what? I forgot one thing that I always do, so I'm going to go back to it. We always start out every class with posture and we end with posture because posture and balance is really very important. So it's something that I want to pay attention to. So stand up again. You're going to have your feet parallel about hip width distance. Standing nice and tall. There's a plumb line pulling you up nice and tall. One hand behind your head, the other on your chin. Push your chin back into your head, into the hand in the back, and your chin is parallel to the floor. So your head is floating very nicely on top of your shoulder. You have your ear over your shoulder over your hip is over your knee, and your knee is over your ankle. So your belly button is pulled in nice and tight, which helps with your posture to have your belly button nice and tight. And your shoulder blades are down in the back, nice and relaxed. So sorry about that. And let's finish up. We're going to now do our sits to stand. So we're going to do 5 reps because I have added a third sits to stand to the routine. So the first one, we're going to use our arms. So sitting up nice and tall in the chair, and we're going to stand up with our arms and sit back. And you sit back nice and soft in the chair. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the second set will be without arms. When you take your arms out of the equation, your balance is a little bit more unstable. So let's try it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So the next step, we're going to do 5 on each side. So you're going to have one leg pointed. You're on your tippy toes on one foot. It's almost like a single leg squat. So one leg on the floor. This time you could use your arms up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what that does is focuses all the work on one side, because your weight on the flat foot is about 70% of your body weight on the foot that's flat on the ground. So you're really focusing on that side. So let's do the second side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for the next little bit, we're going to be standing, and we're going to do squats and superset those with calf raises. So for the squats, I'm going to do it sideways. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. If you're having trouble with this, just put your feet out a little bit wider. That should help you a little bit. So you're going to hinge your hips back, and you can do a quarter squat, a half squat, or a full squat. You always go to the point before you feel any discomfort or any pain, and you do the range of motion that is comfortable for you. So we're going to do 10, 1, use your arms, that would help you get back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out a little bit, and we're going to do some more foot and ankle work and calf work. So we're going to, and this is also a shin work also. So we're going to roll up on our feet for calf raises and rock back on our heels. That works our shins. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out. So we're going to do our second set of squats. So by the way, when we're doing squats, your feet are nice and flat on the ground. The weight is on your heels. And as you go down and you come back up, contract your glutes. That's how you get the contraction and release in the squat. Is to go down, weight on your heels, contract your glutes as you're standing. This is 2, 3, your chest should be nice and high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of calf raises and heel rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out. And the next thing we're going to do is a side leg lift, and we're supersetting those with good mornings, which I will explain when we get to that part. So if you need to hold on to the chair, you can. If you want to test yourself a little bit, this is a lot of hip work. You could have your arms off the chair or just a couple of fingers on the chair. So 1, but you're standing nice and tall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch to the opposite leg. Hold on if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And some of you may find that your balance is better on one side than the other. There's no rhyme or reason to which side. It's not necessarily your right or left side if you're right-handed or left-handed. So the good mornings, it's similar to the sits where we have one foot, your toes are bent, your knees are bent and your toes are on the floor. And you're going to push your hips straight back and up. So you're working one side more than the other. And with the foot bent, it provides a little bit more of a balance challenge. So belly button pulled in, nice flat back as you bend over. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's shake it out, and we'll do our second set of both of those exercises. So once again, if you can do this without holding on, go ahead and challenge yourself if you need to hold on. Even just a couple of fingers will give you the stability that you need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you should be really feeling this in your hips now. So our last set of the modified good mornings, knee bent, standing on your tippy toes and pushing your hips straight back. 1, nice flat back. 2, and your belly button pulled in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's turn over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's give our hips and our glutes a break, and we're going to work on our upper body. And we're going to do scapular retractions for our upper back. You know, find yourself walking like this or bent over. This is a great exercise to strengthen the muscles in your upper back and your shoulders. So your elbows at your side, your hands at chest height, and you don't want to have your elbows fly up during this exercise. You want to keep them at your sides. You're going to pull the band out and squeeze your shoulder blades together. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I like to do the opposing muscle groups, so let's do a little bit of a chest press. If you don't have a band, you could do this by just pushing straight out, sitting up nice and tall, and push nice and slow as if you're pushing through water. But if you have a band under your arms, elbows at shoulder height or a little bit lower, hands at chest height, and push forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And roll your shoulders around a little bit. We're going to do both of those again. So this time, actually, those exercises have alphabet. This first one is called the W. We're going to do the T for the second set. So sitting up nice and straight, good posture if you're sitting. Hands straight in front of you at about chest height. And you're just going to pull it out to the side and squeeze your shoulder blades together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And our last set of the chest press. Someday I may deconstruct my living room and do wall push-ups with you guys. So elbows at shoulder height or a little bit lower, hands at chest height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put the bands aside. The next thing we're going to do are hip bridges on the ground. So I'm going to give you a minute to get on the ground, get set up. If you're not comfortable getting on the ground, you could repeat a third set for one of the exercises that we've already done. Maybe you want to do a third set of squats or side leg lifts or even calf raise. But I like hip bridges so much that I include them in the exercise, as I say every week. So once you get down, you should be nice and comfortable on the floor, your back nice and flat, your head is nice and comfortable on the floor, your knees bent, your hands pointed toward your heels, and your feet should be about hip width apart. Your belly button's pulled in. You're going to bring your hips up and contract your glutes on the up part of the lift and release as you lower. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And for the second set, we're going to do a variation that we've done before. We're going to stagger our feet. So one foot is a little bit in front of the other, and we're going to do 5 on each side. If that is not comfortable for you, just do the first set where both feet are together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and switch your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And roll over and get up, and you can put your mat away. And we're going to move on. So last week, I changed the next 2 exercises a little bit. So I'm going to go over it again. I'm going to do the first set show it to you sideways so you can see exactly what I'm doing. You could either lunge and do a knee lift. If that is not comfortable for you, you could step back and do a knee lift, or you could step back and just step here. You could take the knee lift out of it. So it's lunge, knee lift, or step back, step here, or you could add the knee lift. So whichever one is comfortable for you. I'm going to start off on my right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out, and we are going to, I'm going to stay here and just switch to my left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And by now you should be really feeling these in your quads. It's a great lower body exercise that focuses on your quads. So we're going to do a tandem stance. My right foot is in front. We're going to do lateral raises with these. I'm using 3-pound weights, and we're just going to go up to shoulder height. 2, stand in nice and tall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And these are a great exercise to do even without weights. So, forgot to bring a towel with you today. So, we're going to do a second set of the lunges with a knee lift. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm going to do the next set sideways. So remember, I'm going to not do lunges for the first few reps. So you could step back and knee lift, step back and step. Step back and knee lift, step back and step. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our second set of tandem stance. Actually, this is a good time for a water break. So my left foot is in front this time, belly button pulled in, shoulders down and back. Standing nice and tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's put the weights off to the side for the time being. So last week we did a side step and a knee lift. And side step and a knee lift. So let's do that again. So it's not one leg or the other, it's just 10 reps moving from side to side. So you're gonna step out and knee lift. Slide over and knee lift. Slide over and knee lift. I think this is about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You may feel your heart rate go up a little bit in that exercise. So we're going to do opposite arm bicep curls and knees. So I'm going to have my left arm up first and my with my right knee. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do the second set of side steps for the high knee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last set of bicep curls. So I'm going to start with my right hand this time and left knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's put the weights off to the side. So I'm going to bring in some coordination exercises, which is coordination also plays a big part in balance. So we're going to start off by braiding. And if you're new today, braiding is similar to a grapevine that you may do in an aerobics class, except we're just shortening the steps. We're not going to do big step overs. So I'm going to start with my right foot over my left foot, bringing my left foot around, my right foot behind, my right foot in front, my right foot behind, and right foot in front. And let's go back, starting with my left foot behind, left foot in front, behind, and in front. And we're going to do that one more time while we're doing this exercise. You're still paying a lot of attention to your posture and you're not looking down at your feet. So let's start with my left foot this time. So left foot behind, in front, behind, left foot in front. So right foot in front, right foot behind, right foot behind, in front rather, sorry, and behind, and right foot in front. And we're going to add on a tandem walk. Once again, good posture. If you need to hold on, make sure you're within arm's distance of the chair. We're just going to do a few steps going forward and backwards. You may want to have your arms out as if you're a tightrope walker. So I'm starting with my right foot in front. Just going to do a few steps going in this direction. And don't look down at your feet just like I just did. And let's do a second set. By the way, if that is challenging for you, give yourself a little bit more space between your heels and your toes, or you could just move your foot off to the side a little bit. You just want to make sure your base of support is a little bit smaller than what your natural base of support is to give yourself the challenge and to work on your balance. So let's do that one more time. Looking up. And let's go backwards. And that's it. So let's do a rotation exercise, and you got a little bit of core work, a little bit of ab work with this. So we're going to do a high knee with a twist. If this is hard for you, or if you have arthritis in your spine or in your hips, you could just bring your knee up without the twist. And we're going to do 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to superset these with triceps. I'm going to use TheraBand today for tricep kickbacks. So I'm going to do it sideways. I'm going to stand in the middle of the band. My knees are bent. I'm bent at the hip. Nice flat back. Hopefully this band is long enough. My head in a neutral position. My arms are up at my side, bent. I'm keeping my elbows close to my side. And I'm going to kick my forearms back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And shake it out a little bit. So let's do our last set of the high knees with a twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's do our last set of tricep kickbacks. So bent at the knee, bent at the hip, belly button pulled in, nice flat back, and your head is in a neutral position. Bring your elbows up, arms bent close to your side, and extend back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we are done with the dance for today. So in a lot of the exercises that we have done so far, we have done a lot of things where you're on one foot with lunge and up. So we're just going to practice standing on one foot. You could do it to the front, to the side, or to the back. I'm going to do it to the front, and we're just doing it for a 10 count. If you do need to hold on, just try a fingertip on your chair or on the wall and see if that helps you stabilize a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And belly button pulled in and really good posture will help you a great deal. And you'll find that your balance may be easier to balance if your leg is in front or in the back. Each person is different. So this time I'm going to do my left leg off to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And that's that's it. We are now at my favorite part, which is the stretch and cool down. So we're going to start seated. Sitting up nice and tall, your belly button pulled in, one leg out, flex your foot if you can reach it. Just pull your toes toward your face. You get an extra stretch in your calf, but this is primarily a hamstring stretch. And switch sides. And let's stretch our hips. So if you have hip or knee problems, you could cross your leg at your shin and just pull gently on your knee, or all the way over on top and pull gently on the outside of your knee. If you could do the figure 4 stretch, cross your leg across the top of your opposite leg, lean forward, you will feel the stretch in the hip of the leg that's on top. And switch to the other side. So let's do a back stretch, a lower back stretch. So have your feet fairly wide. Make sure you're supported on your chair. You're going to lean forward. And we're just going to hang out here in the middle for a little bit. You're not curling your back. Your back is nice and flat and your belly button still pulled in. And now just walk both hands over to one foot. And you should feel the stretch on the side of your lower back. And walk over to the other. And gently roll up. So let's do a hip flexor stretch. You're just going to cross your leg over your chair. I'm stretching the outer leg, the leg that's in back. You're going to push that hip forward, raise your hand, and turn towards the back of the chair. And switch on to the other side. Chair sweep. By the way, if you can't see it, I'm holding on to the back of the chair for extra support. So hands up, turn towards the back of the chair. And the rest we're going to do standing. So put your hands on the chair. Your knees should be nice and soft. You're not pulling the chair, you're just pushing your hips away from your hands. And you'll feel a stretch in your back and your glutes and your hamstrings all the way down into your calves. And just gently roll up. Stretch our shoulders. And switch to the other side. Triceps. So your hand should be down in the middle of your back. And you just gently pull in on your elbow. Switch to the other hand, arm. We're going to do a forearm wrist stretch. So bend your hand down and just push gently on the back of your hand. And now push gently on your palm. Switch to the other hand, push gently on the back of your hand. And up. Stretch our neck, so shoulders pointing forward and turning to the right. And I'm looking down. It's a gentle stretch in your neck. And up. to the other side. And look back. So let's roll our shoulders forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hips under, your feet under your hips, parallel, belly button pulled in, standing nice and tall, plumb line straight up, one hand behind your head, the other on your chin, push your chin back into the hand in the back, your chin is parallel to the floor, your head is floated nicely on your shoulder, your ears are over your shoulders over your hip over your knee over your ankle, belly button pulled in, shoulders down and relaxed in the back. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's
Thank
great.
you, Janice.
Hi, Susan and Janice.